I'm sure most of you use Instagram this day and age, whether you have a big following or none at all. It's just something most of society uses. Apparently, the app has over 1 billion active users, which I find insane. I had about 300 followers at the time this happened. I live in a rural town, so I guess that's a lot for people around us. We don't know a lot of people outside of our districts. One night watching a movie, my phone vibrated. It said a girl named Holly started following me on Instagram, so I opened up Instagram to check out her profile, and she was this really gorgeous blonde girl with like 5,000 followers. She had about 50 pictures. They were all spaced out realistically as far as the dates they were posted. Usually, when I got followers like this, I'll check to make sure they're actually legit. She got like 600 likes per picture and a bunch of comments from guys I assume she didn't even know, leaving hearts and drooling emojis and whatever. Then I kid you not. As I was going through her page before I even followed her back, she DM'd me. She said, "Hey, I honestly don't do this a lot, but I thought you're really cute, to be honest, and not to sound like a douche. I am pretty fit, and I've been told I'm pretty attractive, and I have had some girls DM me in the past." So I followed her back and DM'd her what high school is we went to, and honestly was great. She gave me her number, and we quickly got to setting up a meetup for the next night, which was a Friday night. We agreed we'd meet at a popular bar called Lucky's for a couple drinks. So Friday night, as the nerves are starting to kick in, I'd prepare myself for this little date. Never had I got on a date straight from an Instagram DM, but this girl was downright gorgeous. I drove down to Lucky's and sat in my car in the parking lot, awaiting her call or text to let me know she was there. Eventually she did text me, but not to let me know she was there. She said her car broke down and she needed a ride. I had to reread it a couple times to be sure I was reading it correctly. I tried calling her, but she didn't accept the call. She texted me describing her location. I didn't answer just yet. I took one more good look at her Instagram profile, and it was definitely real. She had friends tagged in her pictures commenting on her pictures, so I knew I wasn't getting catfished. I texted back on my way, and off I went. I drove down the quiet side roads towards the location she described. I made it, but it was a weird spot for her car to have broken down. I saw a car pulled off to the side of the road next to the woods. Actually, there were woods on either side of this road. The car had its hood open, so it had to be her. I tried calling, but it didn't go through. I looked at my phone and realized I had no bars here. I parked my car on the other side of the road and got out. As I walked over to her car, which was a black Nissan Altima, I realized I couldn't see inside of it. All the windows were completely tinted black. I lightly tapped on the window and waited. No one opened the door, so I walked around to the front hood just to see if she had attempted to do any work on the engine. As far as I could tell, she didn't. I was losing patience. I texted her, "Where are you? I'm about to leave." As I walked back to the side of the car, I noticed the driver's side window had now been cracked down. I knew for a fact they were all shot a minute ago. They called Holly's name, knowing someone had to be in the car now. I walked a little closer to get a look inside. Someone's fist reached out from the window and they started signaling for me to come closer with her pointer finger. I felt my stomach drop, realizing it was definitely a man's hand. I told him in a shaky voice, "Get lost," as I ran back to my car. I sped away and made the first right turn off the street I could. Because of my constant glances in the rearview mirror, I eventually spotted a car with its lights off trailing behind me. I thought to do the same. I turned off the lights on my car and started making as many turns as possible, and eventually I did lose the car. When I got home, the profile had already blocked me, but I found out at a later date that profile was in fact real, but that the girl in the pictures was hacked by some creepy dude, and I wasn't even this only guy's victim of whatever plan he had. I just hope everyone else was as fortunate as me. I have an Instagram account with 1,100 followers. I had it set to public, so Anybody could come onto my page and look at my pictures, like them, and comment on them. So oftentimes I'd get people I didn't know liking my pictures and commenting on them, but one person stood out from the rest. I remember his first comment on one of my photos. It was a beach picture with one of my friends, so I was wearing a swimsuit. I have like 11 comments on it, but one of them was from somebody I didn't know. It was 3 flame emojis. I clicked the man's profile. He had 3 pictures, 80 followers, and he was following over 200 people, including me. All 3 of his pictures were of him selfies, which didn't look right given that he looked like he was 40 or 50. I didn't mind, though it's expected to happen to a certain extent. However, after that photo had started becoming a thing where the men would just comment on every new photo I posted, one comment just said hot. This one was a little creepier, honestly, but then 2 days later, after posting my next picture, the man didn't comment this time. Instead, he sent me a direct message. It said, "Hey, I just wanted to tell you that you're beautiful, even though I'm like 30 years older than you, lol." I responded, "LOL, thanks," which I'm surprised I did. Most people would have probably ignored it. He got that to me with "I would kill to meet a girl like you." I replied 10 minutes later with thanks, hoping he wouldn't say anything else, but he got back to me with maybe "one day I'll meet you." Died, lol. I didn't reply to that one. I found everything about the guy creepy, but I didn't block him. I figured, why get rid of a free following likes? I hadn't heard from him until I posted a new photo, this one of my sister Carol and I, in front of our house. The man commented quickly on the photo, saying, "You and your sister are so cute." Now it was becoming too much for me, so I removed the comment and blocked him.